back inside Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys will have their hands full, that's for sure. We know how hard it can be for these warm-weather teams to adjust to the inclement weather. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. These guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. But you look at this defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they can just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now Tua. Man open left side is Brown.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To the air, Allen. He finds Austin complete. takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. The Bills at 500, sitting at 5-5. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They run it again with Cook. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. You talk about this Miami defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away their timing.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it second down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now Allen again. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down.
For the field goal, a 45-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua.
This one thrown underneath to H.A.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here. And they start out with a nice gain and a quick first down.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for H.A.
12 carries, 56 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air, or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he stopped immediately there.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
23-yard line.
They begin with a run by Davis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
The sack on 1st down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation. But didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the 1st. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On play action, here's Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. And I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
13 yards, the tally on the return there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Maybe a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands, because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Allen.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And able to get this out to the 25. Miami set to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Tua going to throw. Oh, that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Austin. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second and 10. Allen. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done. Some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Completes Austin here over the middle. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
The 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen now looks to throw. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
And that's a nice one for the stat line, by the way. That last grab is 50th on the year.
26-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw, it's Allen.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Allen going to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they start at their own 24-yard line. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4.
Now Tua.
2nd and 6.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Miami.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
44.
Here's Tua. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
From the gun, it's Tua.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a 1st down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he works his way forward for a couple and past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Here's Allen to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To the air, Allen.
That is caught.
He's still barreling through. And all the way down to the 29.
1 yards, the gain on the play. That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A great effort there. 28 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On second down, they'll run it here. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
Go ahead.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Sanders' kick is good. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Kickoff for Miami.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they love to find different ways to get into the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And past the 40 before he's is out of bounds. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Cook up the gut. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Play action. Now it's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, don't they?
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effect.
And he'll take it into the end zone for Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 31 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.